thanks for stopping by. As you can tell from the title, we are doing manicures a little bit differently. I have decided to take a hint or to take some inspiration from Erin from Paint Those Piggies, and I'm going to start doing weekly manicures. I decided to do weekly manicures just because I have a whole lot of polish every month, and so in an effort to try and decrease the times on my videos, so that way we're not sitting here for 30 minutes, because I have a feeling, you know, everyone has a preference as far as like what they like when they're watching YouTube videos. Some people like really short videos, some people like really long videos, so you know, there's never going to be a time where I'm not going to have really long videos. It's just my nature. I kind of ramble a little bit, so there's going to be a good mixture, but I want to try and do some shorter videos. And so in an effort to try and do some shorter videos, I think, and also, you know, since I have so many polishes throughout the month, you know, when I go to do these monthly manicures, or when I do the monthly manicures, I have a hard time remembering some of the polishes and what I thought about them. And so in an effort to try and give you guys a better idea of the polishes and what I thought about them, I think doing weekly manicures would be helpful, just so that way we're reducing time, and also I'm giving you a better idea of the polish. And since we don't have as many polishes to talk about, it gives me a little bit more time to kind of ramble a little bit, so that way we're not sitting here for 30 minutes. So that is what we're doing. Thank you to Erin from Paint Those Piggies. Thanks for the inspiration to do this. I've been watching hers for a little while and I really enjoy them, so I thought I would you know, do them as well. So my polishes, I usually change my polishes out throughout the week, so I usually will have a Monday to Friday. I don't normally paint my nails on the weekends. I usually give them a little bit of a break. So Saturdays and Sundays, unless unless I have something going on, I don't normally paint my nails. So what you'll normally see on these videos will be Monday to Friday. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So this week, New Year's. How was your New Year's? Did you guys have a great one? Is 2018 starting out well for you guys so far? Hasn't been too bad here. It has been, I know, throughout the entire country, at least on the East Coast anyway, it's been freezing. So I hope you guys are doing okay. I've got some family in the Northeast and they have been freezing their tails off. So hopefully you guys have been staying warm. It got a little chilly here for a couple days last week. It was probably, I want to say, I want to say like highs of maybe like mid 30s to lows of like, we had a low of 20, we had some low 20s for like 3 or 4 days, but I think we're starting to come out of it now. The Arctic blast has gone away, so it's funny, you see people out in Texas, you know, normally when it's 50 or 60 degrees, people are freaking out that it's freezing, but yesterday I think we finally had a high of like 60 degrees and everyone was outside like, you know, 60's the new 80 apparently. Everyone was all excited about going outside because everyone's been cooped up in their house for the last 3 or 4 days. So, but I know we haven't had it as bad as some other people. So, so yeah, that has been my New Year's week. Hopefully you all are having a great one as well. So we're gonna do some New Year's polishes. So to start out, Monday was New Year's Day. So the polishes, we didn't do anything on New Year's Eve, so I kind of, you know, I wanted to do something for my nails. I didn't want to go crazy. I'm also not a super glittery person, so I don't usually do like crazy glitter bomb for New Year's. But I did do a little something. So this year what I did is I started with a base of Zoya's Willa, which is just a basic black, nothing too crazy. And then I did a little bit of a glitter gradient manicure on top, and I used, today was a Fairytale by Deborah Lippmann, which is a really pretty kind of, it's like a dark bluish base with some silver, with different size silver glitters in here. There's some larger pieces as well as some micro glitters in there as well. Really pretty. I don't wear this too often just because it's very glittery. So when I do wear them, when I do wear this, it's either as an accent nail, or how I did in this manicure, which is kind of just a gradient. I really like this. This this glitter is pretty good with kind of evenly distributing itself, not having to manipulate the polish too much. Willa is a really nice black, 2 coats, opaque, no complaints. But yeah, I enjoyed it. The manicure didn't end up being as gradient-like as I would have liked, just because my nails are a little short at the moment. So, but I thought it did I thought it, you know, it served the purpose. It was glittery, but not too glittery. So that was my New Year's Day polish. And then Tuesday I went back to work. So I decided I wanted to keep with, you know, I wasn't, you know, usually with glitters, I usually wear maybe one glitter manicure and then I have to kind of, you know, clear out the palette a little bit because sometimes the glitters can be a little overwhelming to me, but I actually was still, you know, I wasn't too overwhelmed with the glitter polish from New Year's Day, so I decided to go with another glitter polish. And again, Erin from Paint Those Piggies had worn this recently, and I love this polish, and it just was one of those where I just hadn't really busted it out recently, and so she had worn it a couple months, maybe like a month or so ago, and she featured it in her weekly manicures, and I really enjoy this polish, so I think she kind of helped me you know, remind me to break this one out. So this is a Zoya Pixie Dust, and this is Tilly. And Tilly is a silver holographic polish, but it does have these small little purple flecks of micro glitter in there. So hopefully you guys can catch that here. So it just, with a little bit of purple flecks, it gives it a little bit of it's definitely a silver on the nails, but with those little flecks of purple, it makes it just like a tinge, like kind of pushes it more a little bit towards the lavender side. So it's a really pretty polish. This is one of the few polishes that I wear matte. I don't wear a lot of textured polishes, even though I have quite a few pixie dusts in my collection and I normally put top coats on them. This is one of the few that I don't have to put a top coat on if I don't want to. For this particular manicure that you are seeing here, I did wear, I put 2 coats of a top coat, but it definitely ate through, so it did still have a little bit of a texture to it. But I really enjoy this polish. It's the pixie dust. When I do wear glitter, it's normally these pixie dusts, and I think that's why you know, the ones that I do wear matte, I like because they kind of tone down the glitter a little bit, so it's not so in your face. Just because a lot of times I'm wearing, you know, since I'm wearing polishes Monday through Friday, obviously I'm going to work, so I don't want to wear, you know, my work environment is not terribly strict, so I probably could get away with wearing a glitter bomb on my nails, but sometimes it's just a little much, I feel like, for the office, at least where I'm at. So I like these pixie dusts because, you know, you get a little bit of a glitter effect, but it's not, you know, totally overpowering and in your face. So Tilly, again, great, Zoya, great formula. 2 coats, I want to say, made it fully opaque, and I really enjoyed this one. So that again is Tilly. All right, so after my 2 glitter polishes for the week, I decided to do a couple palette cleansers, but to fancy them up a little bit, I decided to do a little bit of nail art. And the first one that I did for Wednesday is Zoya's Elaine. And Elaine just came out in the recent fall collection. This is a cooler brown. It's pretty dark, but it's not black on the nails, which is what I enjoy. If I get colors that are too dark and they look black, I don't enjoy them as much. This one was really nice. It just is dark enough to where you still see the brown. It's a nice cool brown. I thought it was very suitable for this time of the year, not too warm. It definitely had a little bit of, you know, a cooler quality to it, so I enjoyed that. And on top of this, on my ring and pinky fingers, I did a kind of geometric little accent of Would You Wanna from China Glaze. And this is a little mini, so I don't know how well you're gonna be able to pick this up, but this is it's just like a brown kind of shimmery polish, almost like a foil. And this is a little bit of a warmer toned brown, so I thought this turned out pretty well. I freehanded the little triangle that I did on the ring and pinky finger, so I thought it turned out okay. I went a little, wasn't as sharp as I would have liked just because I didn't use tape or anything like that. I just kind of winged it. So, but it ended up turning out nice. This was, you know, opaque enough to cover the darker brown here, so I enjoyed it, and I've been trying to go through, not doing any project pans by any means, but I'm definitely trying to go through some of these little mini polishes that I have in my collection that I don't really pull all the time. So sorry, the sun's kind of, hopefully you guys can get a look at that, but I enjoyed this polish. This is cute. I think this came out, I want to say maybe fall last year or the fall before that. So yeah, that is Would You Wanna, and that is Zoya's Elaine. All right, and then for Thursday, another palette cleanser. I wasn't sure where this one kind of came from. I just kind of randomly, I think I wanted a like dustier blue, and I had initially thought I was gonna pull Zoya's Lake, but I ended up pulling this one, although these are fairly similar. And I think subliminally, I remember Kenny Nicole featuring this on her Instagram a couple weeks ago, and I think that maybe that's why it was in the back of my mind, like, hey, maybe you should pull this out. And so this is Zoya's Tove. And Zoya's Tove is just a satin gray with a little bit of a blue to it. So if you also have Zoya's August, that would be kind of the closest, I would say, to like the color, except August is maybe a little bit darker, and it's also a cream. This is a satin, so it's going to be that kind of in-between matte, shiny finish. This is a gorgeous polish. I love this one. Really great formula on it. And I decided to do some stamping for Thursday and Friday. I've been practicing my stamping skills. I initially tried to stamp quite a few years ago and just failed at it miserably, to the point where like I couldn't even get the polish to adhere to the stamper. So I gave up for a couple years, and I've been seeing so many people doing really awesome stamping manicures, and so I decided to try and pick it up again. Bought some new supplies a couple months ago, got some new plates, a new stamper, and so far so good. I think now I'm at the point where I'm just trying to hone my skills a little bit, trying to get the patterns to be a little bit straighter, trying to make sure the polish is evenly distributed in the plate. So I'm getting a little bit better, but I'm still, I'm definitely not a pro at it as of yet. So for Thursday, I did Zoya's Tove, and then on top of that, I just used a white stamping polish, and I did some cat stamping. So I really enjoyed that polish, or that manicure. I think that was probably my favorite for the week, just because I thought it looked really crisp and clean, and I had, it's one of those where you just had to keep looking down at your nails, because it was like, oh, there's little cute cats on my nails. So I enjoyed that one, really. This is a really nice formula. I did put a top coat on this. I don't always wear the satin. I don't mind the satin formulas, but I usually prefer shinier manicures. So I did put a top coat on this, but this is a really nice polish. So that is Zoya's Tove. And then for Friday, I don't know where this one came from either, but I feel like I had a whole, looking at my rack when I painted my nails Thursday night, I just have so many fall polishes that I didn't get a chance to wear, because since I live in Texas, our fall season does take a little bit of time to arrive. So by the time our fall arrives, I maybe have like a month or so to do fall nail polish, and for the most part I'm a seasonal nail polish person. Now I don't mind busting out a fall nail polish in the fall or in the the summer or spring, but most of the time I feel like I want to wear fall shades in the fall time. It's not like I'll wear what I want when I want, but for the most part I usually kind of gravitate towards the seasons. So since our fall is so short, it gets cold here maybe like mid-October, and then by the time winter comes, I really only have like a month and a half to wear fall nail polish. So I feel like looking at my rack the other night, I just realized that there were so many fall polishes that I didn't get a chance to wear, and so for some reason I decided I wanted to bust out a fall polish that I didn't get a chance to wear during the fall time. So this is OPI's Yank My Doodle. And this is a nice, just terracotta color. It leans a little bit more orange than red. So I thought this wasn't too overly fall, but still, still not a wintry shade by any means. But sorry, I've got a little bit of light coming in here, so it might be distorting the color a little bit. It looks a little bit dark, so yeah, that looks a little bit better. I don't know if anyone else has this polish and is noticing it's getting very white down here at the bottom of my bottle. I don't think it's separating by any means, but I have a couple polishes from OPI. There's another one I think too. Is it Freedom of Peach? That both came out in those DC collections, and I'm getting so much white casting here at the bottoms of my polishes for those, so very weird. But yeah, so Yank My Doodle, I did top that with a stamp as well. It was just a basic black stamping polish, and I used I just did a tribal pattern on it, so that one didn't turn out as well as the cats, but it was still nice. So that is Yank My Doodle. And then normally I don't put on a polish for Saturdays, but I had just gotten these in the mail. Today is Saturday, so I just got these in the mail yesterday when I got home from work, and I was super excited to put these on. I did a purchase from Pahlish. That's Pahlish. It's an indie seller. I saw one of these polishes featured on Phoebe Moon's like top indies of the year, and I had to buy it, and so I bought a couple other ones, which you'll see eventually once you know, I do a haul, or maybe I'll wear them in next month's, you know, in the next couple weeks for manicures. But this one is the one that she featured, and I knew I wanted to put it on first. So this is called Saint Glinda, and oh, that light. And this is super pretty. So this is also what I have on my nails now. If you want to see that, it's kind of like a dusty purple that has some multi-chrome flakies in there, as well as a linear holographic. Oh, now the light's gonna be obnoxious. Come on, guys. So hopefully you guys can see this. This was so pretty. I knew I had to have it as soon as, I literally think I bought it as soon as I was done watching her video. So that is really, really pretty. I also bought a couple other ones from Pahlish. I hadn't purchased from them before, so formula was great. I think I did 3 coats just to get a little bit better coverage of the, to get some more of those like multi-chromes that were in there. There's a little bit of sun there so you can get some of that holographic, but oh, this was super, super pretty. So really, really impressed with the formula on these, and I can't wait to try the other ones that I got. So that is Saint Glinda, and that is it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm looking at this. Hopefully this is a shorter video for you guys that like shorter videos. I tend to like longer videos because I usually watch my YouTube videos while I'm painting my nails, so I usually like to watch maybe like 1 or 2 videos and not have to like keep clicking through, you know, while my nails are wet. So hopefully you guys are having a great week. Hopefully you guys like these weekly manicures, because I think I'm gonna, you know, depending on my filming schedule, I'm gonna try and do them. That's the only thing I'm worried about, is I want to do weekly manicures. I'm just worried about my filming schedule, but hopefully I can film them on Saturdays, so that way I can get them out to you, and that way you guys can see more polishes from me and not have to wait till the end of the month. So I hope you guys are doing well, and you're having a great start to the year, and I thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.